Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming at you on I forgot what day of the week it is. I think today's Thursday, February the 5th. My normal. Can't remember what I'm doing. Hey, today was all about PDL, prior day low. That seemed to be the main theme across the markets today. It was the case on the Dow Jones. Had a couple really nice trades on the Dow Jones. We'll talk about those. The NASDAQ was really kind of flirting with the prior day low, but there were some opportunities. Nothing great, but there were a couple opportunities. ES did not take any trades on ES. However, ES was holding below prior day low for pretty much most of the day. And on the Russell, we finally fell through low of day, but really the big one was the Dow Jones. That was where the two biggest trades were for me today. And let's go, folks. We had a $300 day, plus $300 day on our take profit accounts, and they are back to green on the week. Had a red day, turned back to green on the Apex account, so not up by much, but basically $10, so break-even day there. But on the week, we are green across the funded accounts that we're trading right now. And so that is a win. Let's see if we can pull those up here and take a look. So today on Apex, just a small green day, but obviously the 3 days we've traded this week have been green. I have been wanting to get a little bit more aggressive, just haven't had really the best of trades, and unfortunately had losing trades and then really just worked my way back to green. That seemed to be the theme this week on Apex. On the Take Profit Trader accounts, obviously we had the decent little day Monday, big red day yesterday, and then today we had a pretty nice green day to bring those accounts back to green. So we're just slightly green on the week, not much, but we are green. Apex accounts are up about 190, 180 bucks, so that is good. Also of note, I haven't talked about this too much, but I've got two accounts now with Apex that I have had for over 100 trading days. That is quite some time. That's basically 5 months of trading. The sad thing is I've had them for that long and still have not gotten a payout because I tend to kind of do this number. So we kind of tend to go sideways, which is why I've broken my accounts up into smaller groups. And the goal was to take them a little bit more aggressively, trading the oldest 5 Apex accounts, trading the oldest or the 5 take profit accounts. So anyway, here we go. Market conditions have been a little bit different as we've kind of switched from consolidation mode into bearish the last couple of days. But we've been able to, capitalize on those markets at least to some degree. So let's dive into the trades. The one and only trade I took on the take profit accounts was this one right here. This was a break and retest of, you guessed it, prior day low. The trade I love to take. When we come back, test PDL. We break below it. Love to take that short. Took that this morning. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit so we can see this better. Took this very, very nice setup this morning around 10 o'clock or 10:30, something like that. Right here we had multiple wicks holding very cleanly below this prior day low. Notice that. I entered in, and here's where I'm trying to get a little bit more aggressive. Did it on this trade here. Should have done it on the last trade that was really good today and didn't do it. But as a move starts to go in my favor, if I'm really confident on the setup and the price action, I'm adding in. So for this specific trade, I was in with, I can't remember what I was in with. Actually, let's go look. Maybe it'll tell me on TradeZella. I'm really kind of curious now. This trade right here. Contracts traded 10. Okay, so it's kind of what I thought. The first entry here was 5 micros. And then as soon as this trade goes in my favor, I add 5 more. And so basically I'm in with a mini. So I'm in with 10 micros on this flush to the downside. Now, the error of my trading on this setup, if you want to be critical, is I was a little bit impatient with profit taking. I'm okay with taking that first profit, but I did move my targets up a little bit as this started to stall around this low area, and I got out with several contracts right there. Had I been a little bit more patient and maybe kept the stop at break even, I did stop out because I moved my stop down. But had I been a little bit more patient, we could have got a flush, really all the way down here to the very next level. So that could have been an absolute monster trade. Probably could have, push this thing to maybe $400 or $500. But still, $300, nice trade. And as I, realized kind of where I was at, I was like, hey, if this closes out plus 300, I'm green for the week. I'm back in the positive on the take profit trader accounts, and so that's where we ended it there. But really nice trade, nice setup. That's textbook for me. This market trending lower, breaks the prior day low, comes back and tests it, holds cleanly, and then falls off, and that's where we take our entry and we capitalize on that downside move. Let's see, moving to Apex, I'm going to just go through, I'm not going to go through all the trades. I think most of them were on the NASDAQ. And here was the issue with the Apex accounts today. I had a red trade right here. I think this was the first, this was the first one, a full loss. And this one here as well, this was a good setup. It just didn't have any follow through. As we failed to break these lows here on the NASDAQ, and we had this big push higher, I was really looking, I wasn't that interested in going long off these bottoms here. I was more looking to see if we get a reclaim of this level or a reclaim of prior day low, which was what I was really looking for. And we got it here. And I took this actually on a green candle entry. Notice here we had several candles cleanly holding above prior day low. That's what I'm looking for, the break, the retest, and on a green candle push, I took the entry. Unfortunately, it rolled over. We had a little bit of trappy action there, and that was just unfortunate. That was a good setup that just, it just simply didn't work. I did take a break and retest short here, looking for further downside. That didn't happen, but here again, clean holds, very clean holds of multiple candles under the prior day low. That was giving me the confidence to get in, stop above PDL. I took profit pretty quickly here, just moved the stop to break even because the price action at this point, and because we had this little trap, this little trap, this little trap, I was really cautious of that. So that was wise. I didn't have much profit there, but did get out and save face, if you will. Here we had a little break even short. This was an accidental trade. And then I was actually I thought I was trading an eval, and happened to be trading my funded account, so I just moved the stop to break even immediately. And then here again we had a break above PDL, and notice again at the outset I was talking about PDL. Prior to low really seemed to be in play today. Like here again, took the long entry here, got out there and really just moved the stop to break or to the first profit target there, because this trade here was what put my accounts back into green. So to put that in a little bit of a nutshell, basically, let me just close this up a little bit more so we can see it. So on the NASDAQ, first trade here was a losing trade down 150, and then we had a little bit of a win, break even, and another winner here. I think I also took I took a Russell loss right here. There's the market closing at 4 o'clock. Took a small loss on the Russell right there. I think that might have been it. I didn't take anything on ES. And here we go with a really nice trade on the Dow Jones. I forgot about this here, and I think I may have taken another one. Yeah, so here we had a break and retest as we broke above PDL. Here we rejected it, broke above it, and held. And I didn't get in this trade until all the way over here. I thought, okay, we're finally pushing above it. I just didn't like the price action. It was one of those creeping losers. Remember I talked about that a couple of weeks ago? And I just killed that trade. Just got out of it. And then we flipped back below. And again, just like the morning session, we had a nice hold, really nice hold here below prior day low. Several candles holding. I was able to put the stop right above it, take the entry here. And instead of adding here, the reason I didn't add is because at that point I was still red. And I was like, let's at least get back to green or get really close. And then if we get a better setup, we'll look for more aggression. So I didn't add on this one, but the add would have been nice right there. Could have had a really nice trade. This was a $200 trade. So really, really nice move. Love to see it. And really just kind of scaling out there. I got these targets too, by the way. These targets were taken on this low. That was this first profit target. The next one right here was corresponding with this low. And then I did have the last one sitting down here. But once we started to dip and we tested, as you can see right here where the last one is, that is this morning high. How do I want to describe this? When we failed to break, this was kind of that intraday little high off the low, so to speak. And so once we broke that, I just moved my stop down because we had tested it right there. And when we broke it, I was like, well, we may bounce, because at that time the NASDAQ was also at a level that I thought might bounce, and that's exactly what happened. We did bounce higher. I moved my stop here. It held on for a little bit, but eventually stopped me out there. But still, $200 trade, really nice trade. And I was very happy with it. So, hey, that's today. That's the way the ball bounced, and I am really happy to have a nice green day. And again, going back to TradeZella, on the week or on the day, we're up the 1600. About 50% win rate, nice win to loss average over 2.2. So the average winner today was 155. The average loser was only 69. So that's really good. Let's look at our stats for the week. We are green on the week and also on the month. So up 1,000 now on the month, 53% win rate, and then a little bit over 1. So so on the week, but we did bounce back after a red day yesterday and bounce back green, and that is a big win. So we'll take that into tomorrow, try to end with a good note on Friday, and yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, thanks again for following along. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget about the Take Profit Trader deal, that 40% off, probably the best deal going on in the prop space right now. So thanks for using code BCT, those of you that do. Right there's that little banner, so appreciate that. Also, Lucid still going on with 40% discount. That'll pop up here in just a minute. Right there we go, 40% off any eval with code BCT. So again, thanks for following along. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Also, several of you guys have been purchasing QuantGuard. I've noticed that. Thank you for using my code there. And again, I love QuantGuard. It is just such a peace of mind of having that software in the back pocket, really kind of sitting behind everything that you're doing and just preventing you from having a bad tilt day and blowing up accounts. It allows you to set a daily loss limit, and you know you're never going to break that. When you hit it, you're done for the day. So just a nice little safeguard, and I've found a lot of value in QuantGuard. I use it for evals, I use it for funded accounts, and it simply works. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. I hope you had a great day today. Thanks for following along. If you're new here, hit the like button. Please subscribe, and we'll catch up with you on the next one. Take care, and so long.